Ranch, 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 ranch. Okay, no matter how you say it, it's going to sound country. But once you taste this recipe, you won't even be thinking of that. So go ahead, grab your ingredients, and let's throw together this super duper easy ranch dressing recipe. On our ingredients list today, we have 1 cup of real mayonnaise, half a cup of sour cream, some buttermilk, 1.5 teaspoons of garlic paste, 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder, 1/8 of a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and a little bit of salt. On our fresh ingredients, dill, oregano, parsley, and chives. Let's start by combining our sour cream and our mayonnaise, and then we'll add in our ingredients that are pre-measured. First, our mayonnaise. We have our sour cream. And then our ingredients on this side, the garlic paste. Now I'm using a pre-made garlic paste. If you want to use cloves of garlic, this is about 1.5 cloves of garlic. And the best way to get that into a paste is to use a mortar and pestle. The salt is to taste, so we're just gonna add a little pinch of salt and then mix it all together. It's time to start chopping these up. We're going to start with the chives and use 2 tablespoons of chopped chives. Then we'll move on to the parsley, which we're going to use 1/4 cup of chopped parsley. The dill and oregano are to your taste. I prefer using half a tablespoon of each. The origin of ranch dressing is actually kind of unique. There was a construction worker that was working in Anchorage, Alaska. He was actually a plumber, but got called on second duty to be a chef for the crew. He was trying to come up with something to cook for them, and he came up with a dip that he served to everyone, and everyone loved it. He and his wife then decided that they were going to open their own ranch. They bought 120 acres in California and named it Hidden Valley. This was a dude ranch. And so they had guests that they would serve food to, and they would serve this dip. It became such a hit with their guests that the guests started asking if they could purchase it. They started putting the ranch in mason jars and selling it to their guests. It became huge all over the United States. So they opened a company called Hidden Valley Ranch, with ranch dressing being their very first dressing under that name brand. We have all of our fresh ingredients added, so now we just mix it up. Now here's the customization part of this recipe. We have buttermilk. So you're going to add the buttermilk to the consistency of ranch dressing that you like. I personally prefer a thicker dressing, kind of like you would find at a steakhouse, but maybe you like it a little more watery, and so you would add a little more buttermilk than I would. Depending on what you're going to use this recipe for, if you want it as a dip or a salad dressing, that's going to determine the consistency as well. You may want to split this recipe in half. Use part of it as a dip, where you would leave it as a thicker consistency, and part of it as a dressing, where you would thin it down with the buttermilk just a little bit more. There are other things that you can add to this recipe to make it your own. Maybe a little white vinegar, a little bit of Worcestershire, or if you want a Cajun flair, add a couple drops of Tabasco sauce. It's going to change the color and make it a little more orange, but you're going to get a spicier flavor, which is great on burgers and other things like that as well. And that's it, a quick and easy recipe for homemade ranch dressing. Thanks for watching. Click the like button, click the subscribe button, and you'll be notified every time that we bring you a new recipe.